Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Miss Masriatus Sholikhah as the lecturer of this program, respectable all of the debater whom I love. Today, we are going to do the final exam that is about debate contest. Before starting this debate, I would like to introduce all of the player and motion which will be discussed. The first is Muhammad Rifki Himawan, the identity number 197762 as the first speaker. It is continued by Farichah 197731 and as the second speaker, and then Muhammad Aziz Syahputra 197735 as the third speaker, and the last is Anggi Arianti. The identity number is 197729 as the fourth speaker. Here, we will discuss about the actively encourage women not to have children. Okay? For the first speaker, please welcome Muhammad Rifki to give the argue. For Muhammad Rifki, the time is yours. Okay? Good morning, chairperson, opposition, and audience. The topic for today's debate is actively encourage women not to have children. We are, as the affirmative team, we believe that this statement is true. How can it be? The first, looking at the recent population explosion in the world, the world population is very worrying. So, it can be associated with the increasing number of the world's property is increasing, and it is very worrying, especially in the mind of current pandemic situations. Do you believe it? The world economic is in decline. If the birth rate is increased, I'm sure that it's certain that economic difficulty will increase as well as possible. Therefore, to overcome the population explosion in various areas, this motion encourages women not to have children. This is to prevent population explosions, especially during a pandemic as like today, as like this moment. So, from this change, I just have three of the change. I have just 3 points to make sure to you that the worrying situation during increasing population. The first point is population exploitations, population exploitation. If the birth rate is greater than the death rates, there will be an increase in population, which is also result and as the increasing in the populations of an area. So it's definitely going to be a problem, and it will be a big problem. The second point is reduced job opportunities. If there is a population explosion in an area, it is certain that the availability of the job will decrease. Now, it will be also a problem in this it will be a problem for some area or some country maybe. And the last point, increasing number of property. Do you agree with this statement? Due to the reduced employment opportunities, it is certain that property in an area will also increase. This also has an impact on many things, as crime increases from trivial things to the population explosions. So the results can be fatal. It must be dangerous. So our team agree with this statement. Thank you for the first speaker, Muhammad Rifki. It will be continued by the second speaker, Farichah. The time is yours.
Good morning, Chairperson, Affirmative, and the audience. The topic for today's debate is that this House would actively encourage women not to have children. We, the opposite team, believe that this statement is false because encouraging women not to have children is the same as disrespecting women and depriving women of their rights. We disagree with the definition given by the affirmative. Having children has nothing to do with population explosion problems or world economic problems, because now there is a family planning program out by all countries that regulates the problem of having children so that they can avoid these problems. Having children also doesn't necessarily make a person happier or more satisfied with life, but gives them a reason to fight for their life. This has been based on the survey conducted by a national agency in the UK. The researchers also found for the first time that married couples were much happier, so we disagree if encourage women not to have children. I am, as the first speaker, will be speaking about having children gives parents reason and purpose to life. The second is protect from mental illness, and the third is having children can be beneficial for health. And then the second speaker will talking about having children is every woman's right. Having children aims to continue the offspring of each couple, and the last is every woman has a maternal instinct naluri. And then the third speaker will be summing up our team's case. And then the first speaker of the affirmative team has tried to tell us that if the birth rate is greater than the death rate, this will ensure that the population will increase. This is wrong, because if you don't want to have children just because you are afraid of a population explosion, it can't be justified. There is much a thing as the program Family Planning, which is a national scale program to reduce birth rates and control population of growth in a country. For example, the United States has a family planning program called Planned Parenthood. The family planning program in Indonesia is regulated in Law Number 10 of 1992, which is run and supervised by the National Population and Family Planning Agency. Because there are so many benefits to having children, one which is being able to make the family happier. They also try to tell us that if there is a population explosion in an area, it is certain that the availability of jobs will decrease. This will also be a problem in an area. This is wrong, because the cause of the decrease in employment opportunities is not because women have children. Because as explained earlier, there is such a thing as a family planning program that can reduce the birth rate. The decrease in job opportunities is mostly due to technological advance, lack of education, and lack of skills of job seekers. So it cannot be justified that just because have children reduce employment opportunities. Even if we produce children who are intelligent, innovative, and by providing the best education for them, they will be able to create a new job, and of course will be able to advance the life of the nation. He also tried to tell us that due to reduced employment opportunities, it is certain that poverty in an area will also increase. This also has an impact of many things, as crime increases. This is also wrong, because the causes of poverty have nothing to do with the woman having children. The causes of poverty are low levels of education, limited job opportunities, resistance to work, limited natural resources, and capital. By having children, there will be a successor to this nation who can fix this problem. When talking about youth, there is a sentence that is quite attached to youth, namely, the future of a nation is in the hands of its youth. So that by producing children who are intelligent, accomplished, and innovative, that is by providing them with the best education, these problems can be resolved. Precisely, if we do not have children, then who will fix the problems that exist in this country regarding poverty, if not the younger generation, right? My first point is having children gives parents reason and purpose to life. This is based on the research of Office for National Statistics on a study requested by British Prime Minister David Cameron. The example is a study conducted by the Max Planck Institute for Demographic Research found a direct correlation between children and happiness for parents over the age of 40. Children may be a long-term investment in happiness. While the presence of child will not change a person's life satisfaction of enhanced daily emotion, it can provide meaning and purpose to a person's life. Having children can be the source of happiness in the family. The absence of children can be a reason for discord in the family. So, for families who are waiting for children in the middle of a relationship, they will definitely be very happy when their child is actually born. The child then became a source of happiness for his father and mother. And then my second point is protect for mental illness. This is based on the research at Taiwan's Mental Health Foundation. For the example, when the couple start to lose their way in life, then they can have strong reason to survive when they have children. At least survive because their child needs them, survive because they have to accompany their child throughout various phases of their life. Many people say that having children will bring new problems, which the problems are same as stress, because these are children themselves, and of course every day we are dealing with them. The stress can accumulate and drive a person crazy. In fact, the assumption that children can make parents stress is even wrong. This is based on the researchers Taiwan's Mental Health Foundation. And then my last point is having children can be beneficial for health. This is based on the research of recent study from Brigham Young University about raising kids may lower blood pressure. For example, experts in Brigham Young University conducted a study by collecting 200 married male and female couples. Among them, some already have children. Then checks are carried out regularly for 24 hours, and the results say that the couples who have children have lower blood pressure than those who have not the children. High blood pressure is not only caused by unhealthy lifestyle, but it can also be caused by the incomplete presence of children in the family. This was obtained from the result of research conducted by experts at Brigham Young University. It turns out that children can help lower their parents' blood pressure.
And then the last for closing statement, we absolutely disagree with the argument from the affirmative team, because there are many benefits from encouraging women to have children, even beneficial from mental health, which is the most important thing for human life. Not only women but also husband and families. The most important points that take effect in women, even parents' life, are having children gives parents reason and purpose to life, protect from mental illness, and having children can be beneficial for health.
Thank you for the second speaker, Farichah. And then next by the third speaker, that is Muhammad Aziz Syahputra. For Muhammad Aziz, the time is yours.
Good morning, Chairperson, Opposition and audience. The topic for today's debate is actively encourage women not to have children. We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. The family planning program in Indonesia is regulated in Law Number 10 of 1992, which is run and supervised by the National Population and Family Planning Agency, or BKKBN. Because there are so many benefits to having children, one of which is being able to make the family happier. This is wrong because high population growth generally occurs in developing countries, such as Indonesia. High population growth, if not balanced with an increase in economic capacity, will reduce the welfare of population of a country. The impact of population explosion includes the increasing employment rate, crime, and worsening of other social conditions. Another reason is that being a housewife or a worker both has a certain level of stress. Based on data from study of early child care and youth development, parenting means that we have to focus on aspect of mental health, dealing with conflicts between work and family, being involved in child development at school, and other sensitivities regarding parenting. If a person's emotional levels is not ready, this will greatly alter the child families. and cognitive development. So choosing not to have children might make sense. The cause of the decrease in employment opportunities is not because women have children, because as explained earlier, there is such a thing, the family planning program that can reduce the birth rate. This is wrong because it cannot be justified that children born will become intelligent and innovative children by providing the best education if economy is low. This happens because women often do not think about the impact that occurs after having children. They only think about the way to care for and provide the best education, but forget about their real economic condition. Not everyone's economy can be equalized, and most women don't think about it. The causes of poverty have nothing to do with women having children. The causes of poverty are low level of education, limited job opportunities, laziness to work, limited natural resource and capital. This is also wrong because the poverty rate is increasing because the rapid population growth is not matched by economic growth. Lack of food as a result of population growth that is not balanced with the amount of land to produce food. The emergence of settlements or slum areas in urban areas as a result of the high price of land and houses. The government has difficulty providing facilities the community needs, such as educational facilities, health facilities, and housing, because the location is already crowded with residential areas and the amount of fines is large. Today I will be talking to you about enjoy time together, financial stability, and maximize social life. My first point is enjoy time together. Usually some newly married couples still want to enjoy time together. This can be caused by an equally dense routine. So time for the two of them still wants to feel longer. Not a bad thing to balance the roles in family. Getting to know each other is important thing to do. The example is not allow women who decide become housewife only, but not a few who decide to keep working. Balancing new roles after marriage is very important for women. My argument further is by having alone time with a partner, women become more mature in achieving the vision and mission of having a family. My second point is financial stability. Couples who choose not to have children can be based on economic factor. They want to build a financially stable household first. The example, women will be seen as more if they have a good education and career first. This can be a boon for women who want to reach their careers first. Having children means that a woman's focus increases. Not having children yet, women can focus on their dreams and make the family financially stable. My third point is maximize social life. Domestic intimacy and harmony accompanied by a satisfying social life will make life happier. After marriage, usually there will be change in social life. The example is having new responsibilities like having children is not easy. My argument further is this creates limitation on social life, such as not being able to hang out with friends too often. Chairman, opposition, and members of the audience. In conclusion, not a few women who decided to become housewife only, but not a few who decide to keep working. Balancing new roles after marriage is very important for women. By having a long time with a partner, women become more mature in achieving the vision and mission of having family. Couples who choose not to have children can be based on economic factor. Women will be seen as more if they have a good education and career first. This can be a boon for a woman who want to reach their careers first. Not having children yet, women can focus on their dreams and make the family financially stable. Actively encourage women not to have children is right.
I said thank you for the third speaker, Muhammad Aziz Syahputra. It will be continued by the last speaker, that is Anggi Arianti. For Anggi Arianti, the time is yours.
Good morning, Chairperson, Affirmative, and audience. The topic for today's debate is that this House would actively encourage women not to have children. We, the opposition time, believe that this statement is false because having children is the right and dream of every woman, especially for those who are married. The second speaker of the affirmative team has tried to tell you if a person's emotional level is not ready, this will greatly affect the child's family and cognitive development. This is wrong because a woman's emotional readiness cannot be used as a reason to forbid the woman to have children, because at any time a person's emotional readiness will change. Precisely by having children will help a mother become more mature and have good emotional experience. In fact, researchers at Taiwan's Mental Health Foundation claim that children can keep parents mentally healthy. And then he tried to tell you that it cannot justify that children born will become intelligent and innovative children by providing the best education if the economy is low. This is wrong because the economy is not an obstacle for a child to be smart and innovative child. If a child has strong will and original intelligence from birth, they will be smart. For example, the son of a pedicab who went viral because he graduated with cum laude predicate, and even now become a doctor at a young age. So the economic will not prevent children from achieving. And today I will talking about having children is every woman's right, and then having children aims to continue offspring of each couple. And the third, every woman has a maternal instinct naluri. My first point is having children is every woman's rights. According to the Indonesian Women Protection Commission, women's right to get pregnant and give birth have been regulated in the law, namely Law Number 13 of 2013, Article 82, which regulates the right to maternity and maternity leave for women. For example, one of the nature of woman is to be a mother. If woman does not have children, the nature of maternity leave for women. For example, one of the nature of woman is to be a mother. If woman does not have children, the nature of being a mother will feel incomplete. For example, Inul Daratista, who chose IVF to get offspring. The artist life is already happy and abundant in wealth, but their life still feels lacking of they do not have children. Finally, IVF is the solution they take. And from the existence of this law, it is not appropriate to prevent women from having children. All women are free and have the right to have children. In CNN News, it is said that the state of Singapore encourages its citizens to have 3 children or more. The government will give money to people who are willing to have children. My second point is having children aims to continue offspring of each couple. According to Mufasirin Imro'atul 2021, many children have a lot of substance for a child protection perspective. And for example, Queen Elizabeth II had 4 children to establish her rule in UK. Women have the right to have children because they want to continue their offspring. Every parent wants to have children so that one day someone will take care of them in their old age. A child can be a parent's hope in a future, whether it be in the form of material assistance or hope as a support when we are old, and even as heir of the material we have worked hard for. And then my third point, every woman has a maternal instinct naluri. A study at the University of Montreal examined the brain of 15 new mothers using MRI technology. Representative of research team Johannes Fresnelli said, babies smell, sense nonverbal and non-visual chemical signal, and a strong form of communication between mother and child. The bond between the two is part of the feeling of love that evolved through natural selection in the environment. This kind of bond is important for the baby's survival newborn. For example, the temperature of the breast can rise and fall according to the baby's condition. When the baby is cold, the temperature of mother breast will heat up by 2 degrees Celsius in 2 minutes. Likewise, when the baby has a fever, this is why a mother hug is so soothing to a baby when he has a fever. Sleep faithfully next to your baby when your little one is sick. This proves that a woman has a strong maternal instinct to have children. At some point in a woman's life, she will feel a maternal instinct when she starts wanting children. It's really hormonal, where your body tells you that you're ready to have kids. Okay, for closing statement, Chairman, Affirmative, and members of audience. In conclusion, we the opposition team absolutely disagree that women are encouraged not to have children because it violates the rights of women who are born with a womb and are used to have children. Thank you.
Okay, I'm as the third speaker want to sum up for this team's case. For the first speaker, the first point that spoke to you is about having children gives parents reason and purpose to live. Having children can be a source of happiness in the family because the presence of a child will not change one's life satisfaction or increase emotion, but it can also meaning and purpose to one's life. So the absence if children can be a reason for conflict of the family. So for families who are waiting for a child in the midst of their relationship, they will definitely be very happy when the child is actually born, which will later become a source of happiness for the father and mother. The second point is about protect from mental illness. When a couple starts to lose their way in life, then they can have a strong reason to survive when they have children. Many people say that having children will bring new problems, which the problems are the same as stress. But researchers at Taiwan's Mental Health Foundation conducted a study in which the result found the opposite. From the sample, they found that families without children actually scored lower than those without they have children. And then the third point is about having children can be beneficial for health. Experts at Brigham Young University conducted a study by collecting 200 married male and female couples, and the results say that couples who have had children have lower blood pressure than those who have not had children. This was obtained from the result of research conducted by experts at Brigham Young University. And then from the second speaker, the first point is about having children is women's right. One of the nature of woman is to be a mother. If woman does not have children, then the nature of being mother will feel incomplete. The lives of artists are already happy and rich, but their lives still feel lacking if they are not blessed with children. Finally, IVF is the solution they take. All women are free and have the right to have children. This is based on the Indonesian Women's Protection Commission. Women's right to get pregnant and give birth have been regulated in the law, namely Law Number 13 of 2013, Article 82, which regulates the right to maternity leave for women. The second point is about women have the right to have children because they want to continue their offspring. Every parent wants to have children so that one day someone will take care of them in their old age. A child can be a parent's hope in the future, whether it be in the form of material assistance or hope as support when we are old, and even as heirs of the material we have worked hard for. For example, Queen Elizabeth II had 4 children to establish her rule in UK. And then the last point is about every woman has a material instinct naluri. Representative of the research team Johannes Frenzel said baby's male sends nonverbal and non-visual chemical signals as a strong form of communication between mother and child. This kind of bond is important for baby survival. For example, breast temperature can fluctuate according to the baby's condition. And then the third point is about every woman has a material instinct naluri. Representative of the research team Johannes Frenzel said baby's male sends non-verbal and non-visual chemical signals as a strong form of communication between mother and child.
Now we have to close our debate contest today. Thank you very much. Forgive me if you found many mistakes for us. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the attention, and may it will be useful for you and for us. Thank you very much. And in the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.